Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing, July 21st, Thursday. On the impact map, the heat continues here in the red, light red, across all areas. Some brief gusty winds in the 20s, probably here across the Sierra front. Isolated thunderstorms, again, same area, bordering areas of Utah, Nevada, a mix of dry and wet, but on the wetter side only because it's been the 18th day since we've had them there, but we are expecting some new starts possibly. Have to watch that. Stronger winds on Friday ahead of an approaching shortwave, boosting winds here in northern Nevada, also in the southern areas, but it's up here in the higher terrain of Idaho, closer to the cold front where the winds will be especially strong, gusting to near 40 miles per hour. Also keep in mind we have some large fire activity in this region as well to keep in mind. Cooler temperatures behind that front on Saturday in the north. The heat continues in the south and still locally breezy conditions and isolated storms in some spots. On the right, where we had lightning yesterday, again, same areas, Utah-Nevada border and points east and west of there, a bit more on the western side. Precipitation here on the left, a mix of wet and dry for the most part. We had a lot of new starts. These new red dots here, especially across Nevada, something to keep in mind. We'll probably see similar activity today. Otherwise, new fire or recent fires in the yellow and team fires in these purple circles, and up here, a lot of these fires in Idaho and along the Sierra front are going to see some gusty winds in the next couple of days. Precip has been inching further westwards. You see here on the left some measurable rains, about a tenth or quarter inch here across Nevada, heavier across Utah. Percent of normal, above normal in a lot of these areas. The only below normal areas, far northwest corner of Nevada and a good portion of Idaho. Our 100-hour fuels reflect that. Our driest fuels have been pushed further north and west, and those are critically dry levels, but anywhere in these regions, even if they're modified, at least new ignition is still possible. Something to look at, live fuel moisture. Here in far northwest Nevada, the live fuel moisture here is still a bit above normal at about 150. We normally try to get it to see 120 before we start seeing a really strong increase in large fire activity. But in southwest Idaho, that sage has already dropped well down near or below 100. So good grass crop there in all these areas. That's why we're showing this. The sage is lining up with the grass now, it seems, for any wind events. The Four Corners high has drifted a bit further south over central Arizona, pushed the bulk of the monsoonal moisture with it. Still some leftover residual monsoonal moisture, which will rain itself out in the next 2 days or so, but this is the main focus of the activity. Otherwise, high pressure, hot and dry elsewhere. We see the high pressure building in, the dryness and the tannish shade. Still some leftover isolated thunderstorms where you see areas of green and in this black area in general. 7-day fire potential on the right, no high risk. You can see where areas are more moist versus drier. Humidity, you can see the single digits return to a good portion of northern Nevada and even parts of Idaho. No real critical winds, some gusty winds coming off the Sierra later this afternoon, but nothing really to speak of. Now on Friday, this trough of low pressure is bringing in dry air and will start increasing the winds. We have high risk here for wind in Idaho, western Wyoming, and also they have them in adjacent areas out of our area, but in parts of southern Montana. And the reason for it, you can see how strong these winds are here in the orange to purple. These are wind gusts near 30, 35, approaching 40 miles per hour. Humidities upper single digits to mid-teens, so dry enough for sure. Also some moderate breezes here off the Sierra and parts of along the Utah-Nevada border where they've had lightning last couple of days. So we could see some recent starts start moving with these breezy conditions. The trough still there a little bit on Saturday. See the 7-day, but no critical winds. We have some moderate winds. You'll have to watch this, just under criteria, but moderate breezes here in parts of south central Nevada and Idaho. See humidity on the right-hand side. 3-day precipitation totals with that lingering moisture, not very heavy. Deep monsoon has been pushed temporarily to the south. Sunday, that monsoonal moisture is just pushing into far southern and eastern areas, otherwise warm and dry, most other spots. And then the monsoon pushes a bit further north on Monday, still in our southern and eastern areas, getting into southern Nevada on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, monsoonal moisture still lingering there, but we have large high pressure, hot and dry for most of the geographic area. 7-day precipitation totals, a lot of this stuff in the southern areas, these enhanced codes of a quarter to a half inch. We'll be moving in towards the weekend into early next week. Some copious amounts of rain starting to approach our southern areas. And the 8 to 14 day shows that a monsoon is expected to be robust as we go from July 28th to August 3rd, along with above normal temperatures and dryness further north. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.